Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome back to Satisfactory, where if you are enjoying the series, I would ask that you please consider leaving a like, a comment, or a subscription. Any or all help the channel grow and they help get it out in front of other people, so thank you very much to those of you that do that. Now, in our last episode, we got down the items we needed to get our circuit boards being produced, but we realised we are producing nowhere near enough of these bad boys, the copper sheets. So today we are going to try and up our copper sheet production, and we're going to make use of this pond here because I want to use the pure copper node that we've got under the nexus, because at the moment we're not using that for anything. It's kind of just sat there, and I'm thinking we should be making use of that, so we're going to give it a go. So I don't remember the ratios, but we're going to be using the pure copper ingot. So that's going to give us 15 ore, and that's going to give us 37.5 out a minute. That's good. That's really good, actually. Particularly if we run that at a 780. Right, okay, so that means we are going to have 780 divided by 15. We're going to need 52 refineries. Okay. So there's our shopping list for today. Okay, that's fine. And with that, I can't even actually blueprint those because I think they're still too tall to fit in the blueprint scanner. So it's going to be a bit of a manual one today, and it may take us more than one episode. But I do want to get down there. So I'm going to do that and that, because then I can zip wire down if I need to. And we're going to start laying out some concrete and floors so that we can basically get going with that. So I'm just going to collect some of the resources together, primarily all the stuff I need for these refineries. And then we're going to start laying down the concrete and the refineries, which is going to be, I have to say, I think it's quite exciting. I'm looking forward. I'm future planning to make sure that we get like the full 780 out of this, but I know we won't be starting with that, so yeah, it's going to be interesting, but I think it'll be good. So like I say, I'm going to start collecting these, and I will see you guys once I've got everything collected up. Okay, so here we are, we're down at the water's edge, like I say, just down from there. I have cut, you'll notice over there, the belt feeding the copper sheets up into the drone port, and that's purely because we had none in stock and I'm going to need some. So what I'm going to start with is, my plan for this is to have the all the water extractors down there. So I kind of want to build this up so that the floor we're going to be working on is above the water extractors. So there is our first foundation, and now we can get on with laying down our concrete floor blueprint. Awesome. Right. And then it's just going to be throwing down as much of this as I think we can fit, because we're going to need a big old chunk of space for this. Oh, blast, I've just... Yeah. Yeah. 2, 3, 4. I hate when that happens and you wind up laying it down on top of things, because it's impossible to tell. But, you know, that's a waste of concrete. Right, okay. And then we can grab the blueprints back. There we go. Right, I think we're going to need to grab our power that we had down here and have it up here, just so we can get a view. Now, we're going to want like 5 rows of 10 where it comes to these refineries. So, I mean, I'm just going to start placing them down, because I don't quite know. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we're nearly there. I can hear the bugs. They sound displeased, but I'll wager they're under the concrete floor. So, yeah, that was 8. 9. 10. Okay. But 2 of these rows are going to need to have 11, so you know what? We may as well put that there. Right, okay. Then we can come over here. Lay you down. Let's give you a bit of room to work with. Because we're going to need water outputs and everything. So, where are you actually coming out to? So you're there. So if we give you 1, 2 foundations. Like that. Yeah, cool. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. And then we can just throw the rest of these down. Right. And there we go. That's that done. I mean, this is going to be a bit of a pain to plumb all in. And we've also then got to do all of the pipe work. God, it's been a while since it feels like we've worked with materials. I'm going to say this base. But like I say, I'm kind of just, we need to make sure we can do it. Right, and I see that over there. Come on. There we go, that's one. That's that floating one dealt with before it's even got to us. Right. So then, you are there and we were giving you what? 2 foundations, so you were going here. Like that. Hang on, have I got that the wrong way around? Yeah, I have. Right there, like that. Cool. And then, yeah, we grab you. I mean, it's kind of nice that we can quickly throw these down. And then you need one more. Nice. So that's what? That's 3 rows. Blimey, this is going to hopefully churn out a huge amount of... Well, no, it is going to churn out a huge amount of... It's half, so you're going here. Like that. Yeah, this is going to churn out, like I say, a huge amount of copper ingots for us. Oh, where did that one just go? Ah, autosave now. No idea what's going on with it. Come on. Right. And then... and that's the one that we have run out and we can't afford. Because we're going to need all this copper sheeting as well, because we are going to need it for all the pipe work. Right, let's go upstairs and see if we've got any copper sheeting. No. There we go. But, you know, considering we're making circuit boards at the computer factory, I am skeptical that we're going to have backlog here. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Okay, alright. So I'm going to need to try and get hold of some more copper sheets, even if I have to having to handcraft them, which will be painful. But yeah, I'll bring you guys back in once I've got hold of a load more copper sheets. Okay, right, and here we are. We're back. I managed to source some copper sheets, basically from the rotor production, because that was backed up. So there was some copper sheeting sitting around in there. So I have grabbed that. Right, so you are going to be going here. Lovely. Right. And then that will be this floor done. Well, I say done. We'll have laid out the machinery. We've not done any of the rest of it yet. And then one more. Cool. Okay. So this is where we're now going to wind up with basically an odd situation, because I would try and time lapse this, I think. However, I don't have the time, to be completely honest with you, to put out a full episode for you guys and have this time lapsed at the moment. So I am sorry. We're going to have to, you know, do this bit the old-fashioned way. Now, I'm thinking if we grab one of these and we just try and run that down. So we'll go 8 foundations. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we'll call it there. And that should... Oh, 7 foundations. I thought it was 8 foundations they could go. Okay, fine. Call it... let's err on the side of caution and call it there then. Why? Oh, that's not lined up. Okay. Now you're telling me you're lined up. Sure. Come on. There we go. Okay. And then let's make sure we can go again. So that's then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that'd be 7. So let's go to here. And then we will finish this off to the end here. Cool. Alright, so that is going to be that ore line sorted. And then we can do splitters. All the way down. Yeah, I know you're clipping into that power pole, but that power pole is just to let me fly to do this. Right, and then you're in there, and you, my friend, are in there. Now, for the pure copper, you are going to be taking in 15 a minute, okay? Which means you can have a Mark 1 coming out. How do we do this? There is a way to do, like, squished. Is it because it's not close enough? Right, fine. In which case... but I'm not. That's not going to work for the other ones. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay, alright. I will... Basically, I don't know what I'm going to do there. So I really want you to fit in there. But you're going to say, nope, no dice. Okay. I think I'm going to need to shuffle this over then. So I'm going to have to clear all of that you've just watched. And I won't make you rewatch that. So I won't time lapse it. I'm just going to cut that bit for you once I figure out exactly where these need to go. So I will be back in a moment. Okay, so very quickly bringing you back. I found the distance. Where these guys are ending basically on that foundation. Which is interesting because they're starting halfway through. Okay, I'm going to need to adjust my maths. Basically, the line needs to be just on that kind of, just over that bit. And what I mean by this is then, if I put it down, you'll see if it doesn't face it, it tries to make it clip into the floor. But if I put it lined up, it gives me this little stubby lift, which is perfectly functional. It just cuts out the bit in the middle, but it then means I'm going to be able to run the pipes underneath and have those split off, which is kind of what I want with it. So I'm just going to, considering the others are based on it being here, I'm just going to have to rework out that maths. So I think because here it's just over that crevice there, so it's kind of half a foundation. I think this one is going to need to be like here. So I'm just going to put the first one down to test it. Right, and then we'll put a splitter and grab that lift. Go on. Yeah, cool. Okay. So that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run along and I will do all of these now. I know I said I wouldn't time lapse them because I didn't quite have the time, but do you know what? I think this will be a really dull episode for you to watch me do all of that. So I'm just going to... No, I'm not going to boop because that's the thing. I don't boop. So I will time lapse it for you. So enjoy the music and I hope it doesn't take too long. Okay, so there we are. That's all of that done. Right, okay, so this is going to be joyous. So we can feed that out. I mean, that is a lot of copper. Right, we're going to have to figure out water as well at some point. And it needs 10 per minute. Okay. 10 per minute. So hang on, that means all of this is going to use 520. Yeah. Wow, okay, so all of this is going to come off of it. Okay, that feels like a really low amount of water, but okay, fine. If it thinks it can do all of it off of a single Mark II pipe, then go for it. Right, okay, so we are going to want to do all the power work underneath, aren't we? Because it does look good like that, doesn't it, when we do it underneath. Right, so here is our front point, which means it's going to be... Let's get off that before we, you know, kill ourselves. Right, okay, so... we're going to need 2. Come on. Right, where's that power pole there? Right, okay. So we're going to pop that there for the minute. Oh yeah, the bugs are going to come for us with this one, aren't they? That's going to be fun. Okay, strip that line. There we go, okay. And we're just going to whistle along here like this. Yeah, I do like hiding the power like this. I think it works out really nicely. And I know we did this in the Caterium plant, but like I say, I do like it. I think it's a great idea, and I wish I knew about it sooner. Right, okay, let's try and deal with these things before they become a problem and wake up. Uh-oh, out of bullets. Okay, that means we need to go get some bullets. Did not anticipate bullets being the problem. But they were. Okay, that's fine. We've got a load that we were... Whoa! We've got a load that we were making. So we can go and get said bullets. At least I'm sure I was making bullets. Maybe I wasn't. That's all black powder. What are you making? You're making nobelisks. You're making gas filters. Okay, was not making bullets. Well. Okay, must have handcrafted all of them then. Do I have any in here? No. Any in here? No. But I do have tickets. Okay, that means we're buying bullets. Okay. Equipment. There we go. Rifle ammo. Yes. 250. Okay. I mean, that should do. Buy. Thank you. And then we'll put the tickets back. I mean, I'm sure we've got like 200 and something tickets we can go and collect. So, yeah, 1 for some bullets shouldn't be an issue. But I know that those still get exponentially larger, which is why I am reluctant to use them too much and rely on bullets for them. Because I do want to start getting some of the nice statues. And I think we might try and, you know, pick one of those up soon. Because we've earned it. We are, I think one of them's like a Satisfactory Pioneer, and I think that's like 250 tickets. But either way, we can go and have a look at that in a bit. Right, okay, so let's head back down here. Okay. Oh, reload that. There we go. No more bug problem, he says, and then it'll turn out I've like missed one. Right, okay. Let's get back to wiring these in. And there we go. Cool. So then we can fill in. And then we can then also fill in. Although we're going to fill into there, because then we can still grab that to run along here. Okay, cool. So you, I think you're actually going to be off this one. Right, so let's bring that over. Drop down, take that strip out. There we go. Right, okay, and then yeah, it might not be quite tucked in the same way, but it's still going to be tidy. Which I do like. So, just while I'm recording this, I hope everyone is having a lovely Steam sale. I have to admit, I'm mildly miffed from a personal point of view with it, because a month ago I bought myself a Steam Deck, and now the exact model I bought is the one that's on offer, 20% off. Which, you know, it bothers me, but I suppose the argument I should make in my head is I have had like a whole extra months of use out of it, and I do use it, and I really, really am enjoying it. It's a wonderful piece of kit, actually. I'm very much enjoying it. Right, how actually does that look from the front there? Oh, that's pretty good. That's like dead straight down, whereas these I think are going to be bowing inwards, aren't they? Yeah, those are truly hidden. Yeah, a little bit clipping there, but yeah, those are dead straight down. Okay, like that. That's fine. So, yeah, we're going to repeat the process. But yes, like I said, hope everyone's having a lovely Steam sale. And picking up a load of goodies, because they do normally do some pretty good discounts during the Steam sale. Picked up a couple of bits myself. I mean, I know I did the live stream the other week where I was playing Ark. Still going through Ark a lot, loving that in my own time. I've also managed to convince Lauren to play it with me, so we had great fun doing that. We are working it out where I go and do the man thing and go hunt, gather, grr. And Lauren is basically spending a lot of the time house building. She very much likes doing a lot of that aesthetic work. It's like her main draw for The Sims. She used to do like the house design, she was telling me. So she is loving doing that side of it, while I go and collect all the stone and harvest all the dinosaurs and do all that gubbins. But yeah, we're having great fun with that. But as part of the Steam sale, I picked up the, what did they call it? The Ultimate Survivor bundle or something, which is basically all the DLC. So I now have all of the Ark, and we'll be having great fun playing that in my own time, because I don't think that one particularly suits making a series out of very well. So I'm not going to make a series out of Ark. I just don't think it would work well. But I'm absolutely happy to do the odd live stream. But I mean, you know, I might be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. Would you guys like to see an Ark playthrough? The thing that puts me off of doing it is that there is a huge amount of grinding that needs to take place in Ark, where you have to just go out and collect resources and the like. And I know I've mentioned this to you guys before, and you guys are always very understanding, and I do appreciate that, over the fact that this is not my job. This is a hobby, which means I can't dedicate the time to it that it would probably require for me to do an edited playthrough and cut all of that grinding out and still give you guys the number of episodes a week that you get, because I kind of like the rate of episodes that we're working on at the moment and how much I'm putting out, but it would be a case of, you know, that would drop which I don't want to do. So that's not lined up. So I do want to not do that. And I want to basically do games that I can do for you guys that require very limited editing, which, like I say, that's part of the reason that you get this as unedited as it is. And I mean, that seems to be working in my favour with Satisfactory, because you guys are all loving watching the actual build taking place, so you can see how it goes and the problems I run into and the things I have to consider, instead of, you know, boop, here it is, here's a lovely factory. Which, don't get me wrong, I'm always in awe of the guys that make the lovely factories. But that's not how I'm doing this as a playthrough for you guys, and it seems to be what you guys are happy to see. You guys like seeing all of this gubbin. So I want to do games where I can do that, and so that's why Stranded Deep's working out quite well, although I do feel at the moment that is, I don't know, it feels like I'm not making a huge amount of story progress in that at the moment, and I worry that it may get dull if I don't start making some story progress in it. So there's that. Stellaris is an unusual animal, and I will admit I'm doing that playthrough the way it is because I like watching other people do Stellaris playthroughs, so there's no two ways around it. But whenever I watch it, it's always like, and our tech is now here, and here is this, and it's kind of like a boop, but on an empire scale. And I'm always like, but what did you do to get that level of technology? What did you do to make this happen? So I am doing that one again as a completely unedited playthrough, to basically put one out there to go, here it is. Here is the full whack, no cuts. You guys get to see everything, and that is going to take a while. But again, it's one of those things I feel like the channel could do with a new series. But I'm not going to cancel or cut or move any of the ones I'm doing at the moment. I just feel like it could do with something fresh going on, which it doesn't have at the moment. So we'll just, make do with what we have got. But it is, these are kind of the things that play on my mind. And it's like, maybe I should do like a monthly channel update, so you guys know what I'm thinking with all this. But, I haven't done it as yet. So it's, yeah, it is what it is. Right, okay, they've now all got power, which is good. We can fill in these gaps. I'm going to leave that post there so I know what they're like. So I'm going to tidy up these posts because these ones aren't needed anymore. And then next episode, we're going to start trying to get the copper ore over here. So as usual, likes, comments, subscriptions, they all help the channel grow. They help get out in front of other people. So thank you very much to those of you that do that. It is very much appreciated. Thank you very much to my patrons, whose patronage is appreciated quite a lot. And please don't forget that as patrons, you do gain access to the save files for both this and Stranded Deep. And so you can explore those worlds at your own leisure. But other than that, thank you all very much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, and I will catch you all next time.